You're watching Carolina and Company Live, your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your host, Amanda Kinseth and Cecil Chandler. If it's happening in the area, then it's on Carolina and Company Live.
Carolina and Company Live. It is a great day today, and we are live on location, Carolina Orthopaedics. We are right here. If you need help with your knees, your hips, your hands, your ankles, it doesn't matter what it is, they can take care of you right
Let
here.
me tell you, this is a beautiful location. We're talking about 24,000 square feet. Right now they got 7 doctors on staff, bringing in another one in August. So, I mean, they can handle any kind of problem you might have. And when you're going down toward Pawleys Island, it is on the left. Time you come off the bypass or come straight down 17, you'll see the huge building on the left. Everybody's been wanting to know what it is. Well, Carolina Orthopaedics is here.
That's right, just south of where the 217s meet right here in Merle's Inlet. A beautiful facility, and we'll be telling you all about it coming up. But first, let's take a look at today's weather.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. It's a Monday. We're on location right down here at Carolina Orthopaedics, and we're right on the edge of Merle's Inlet. When you come off Business 17 and bypass 17 heading south, look to your left, that huge building, 24,000 square feet. Man, it's amazing what they have in here.
A fantastic facility and some fantastic doctors, too. You know, when you need help, you need surgery, whatever it is you need, it is so important to find that perfect doctor for you. And that's what they have here. We'll be introducing you to several of the doctors over the course of the next 2 days. And, you know, you need somebody that you can trust and who can do the work, and they can do that right here.
You better believe it. They've got 2 operating rooms, 2 procedure rooms, and they've got 7 doctors on staff right now, and 1 more coming on in August. And these guys, they know what they're doing. So if you need some kind of, you know, anything, they can do it right here.
That's right. Feet, ankles, elbows,
spine.
knees.
Let me read a few. Sports medicine, joint reconstruction, spine surgery, general orthopedics, foot and ankle surgery, hand and upper, surgery. They can do anything. And all you got to do is stop by and call, and they can talk with you and set everything up. And I've seen people all morning long coming in and out.
That's right. In and out. This is the place to be, and we're going to introduce you to some doctors in a moment, so stay right there. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. We're live right here, Carolina Orthopaedics, their new location in Merle's Inlet, and we are talking with Dr. Edward Michael now.
That's right. Now, this is Carolina Coast Surgery Center, home of Carolina Orthopaedics. I got that right that time. All right, Dr. Edward Michael, how you doing?
Doing well.
Hey, looking good today.
Thank you.
Amanda said she liked that tie.
I do. I love it.
Gift from my wife from our anniversary.
All right, we want to talk a little bit about the history of Carolina Orthopaedics.
Okay.
Yeah, you can talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'm one of the founding partners of Carolina Orthopaedics. We opened up in 2004 with 3 doctors with a desire to serve the people of Horry and Georgetown County. Since then, those humble little beginnings, we've now expanded to, as you say, 7 doctors. We provide the full gamut of orthopedic services. And the facility we're sitting in has been the culmination of 5 years in the making. It's been a lot of work, but we're proud to open up with our clinic upstairs. This would be our flagship office for Carolina Orthopaedics. And down below here is Carolina Coast Surgery Center, where we can do outpatient surgeries. This really is the first facility of its kind in Georgetown County and southern Horry counties. We're very proud of the hard work that's gone into it.
You got 3 locations. You got Myrtle Beach, Merle's Inlet, and Georgetown. Now, what do you specialize in?
I am a sports medicine arthroscopic fellowship trained doctor, which means I did an extra year of training in sports medicine, and problems that arise generally due to sports. These may involve tendon injuries for the shoulder, could involve ligament injuries, instability, etc. And the arthroscopic part of it means that I do surgery with minimally invasive incisions. So very small incisions, you can do a lot of work in there. And the idea is that you produce very little damage to the tissue surrounding that area as opposed to traditional open surgery.
I'm sure you stay busy then.
We do.
Very nice. So how did this beautiful facility come about?
Well, this really came about as a reaction to what's going on in medicine. You know, we all agree that the U.S. probably has health care second to none, but there is a problem with cost and access to medicine because of the cost, and this is our attempt to adapt to that and hopefully help the community out. In an ambulatory surgery center such as this, we can do uncompromised, high-quality care for a lower cost as opposed to a traditional hospital setting. So hopefully we can bring more people in and get more treatment in a more efficient manner and keep the cost of medicine down.
Absolutely. Well, that helps everybody out. And I can't help but notice, looking around here, there's beautiful pictures of nature and whatnot on the walls. Did you have anything to do with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a passion of mine. It predated my entry into medicine, but merges nicely since then, because when I finished my fellowship, I was now able to travel a little bit, and I did take a lot of photos around the world, and I love the outdoors, so if you combine those two things, this is where you end up. However, in this facility, I've tried to limit everything to the beauty we have here in the low country. Most of the photos, with the exception of a few, are taken in the low country, or at least the southeast. And they're here for patients' enjoyment, and even if you're not a patient, you're welcome to come down and have a look.
I love
I've
it.
enjoyed it. I've enjoyed them. I've looked at it when I walked in. That's the first thing I noticed over there.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being with us. We got a lot more coming up. We're right here. Let me make sure I get this right every time. Carolina Coast Surgery Center, home of Carolina Orthopaedics. You got that?
We're right here.
All right.
Merle's in there. More in a moment. Stay right there.
Welcome back to Carolina Company Live. We're right here at Carolina Coast Surgery Center, home of Carolina Orthopaedics. And now we've got Dr. Brian Blair, another one of these doctors that we have on staff here now. And now what we want to know about you is how long you've been practicing.
I've been practicing. I finished my fellowship in 2007, 2008 at the Steadman Hawkins Clinic of the Carolinas up in Greenville. And I've lived in Florence for about 4 years and practiced up there, and moved down here about 2.5 years ago to join this practice.
All right, now tell us about your expertise in the sports medicine area.
So I was trained in sports medicine, arthroscopy, complex shoulder surgery. I do a lot of, as Dr. Michael mentioned previously, a lot of arthroscopy, minimally invasive techniques to access multiple joints throughout the body. So I do arthroscopy of the shoulder, the elbow, the hip, the knee, and the ankle. I have a particular interest in shoulder problems, and hip arthroscopy also, which is a new emerging technique in orthopedics that not many of us are trained to do.
Okay, and I'm kind of excited about this because it's my favorite sport. You were a pro soccer player.
I was.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I played college soccer at Furman University and was recruited there to play soccer. Then afterwards moved to Charleston and played for the Battery for almost 3 years. And so hurt my ankle and then decided to get smart and go to medical school. And here I am
We could fix
today.
your own ankle.
Did that kind of lead you into this field?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So growing up, I played sports ever since I was 4 years old. And, I used to get hurt and go to the emergency room and think it was the coolest thing in the world. And so that's what piqued my interest, and being able to treat athletes. I feel I can relate to them definitely by being an athlete. There's athletes of all ages out there, so I think it brings a unique perspective in treating patients with sports injuries for sure.
Absolutely, or especially when you are an athlete, then you really want to get better so you can go back out and play those sports and do those things that you love to do.
And understanding different sports and how to what it takes to compete in that sport, and the injury you have, and time to get back to compete is real important to athletes. So it helps understand that for sure.
Well, soccer was not a part of, when I was in school, we didn't have soccer. And I never could understand why somebody wants to run all the time. But if you love it, it's
you run
good.
a lot.
You run a lot in there to play.
6 to 7 miles a game, they say. It's
Man, it's unbelievable.
Isn't it?
All right, it's true now. Is this true that surgery centers are a lot more affordable compared to other?
So, yes, definitely. You'll hear this common theme amongst all of us today about cost. I have patients almost on a weekly basis who will bring in their statement that they received from a surgery at the hospital and say, "Do you realize how much my surgery cost here?" And most people don't understand that healthcare costs are rising, and more people are becoming aware of the cost of healthcare. And when they see it on paper and realize, this is expensive stuff, and you'll hear all of us say that, we're focused on low cost, high quality, and outcome-based healthcare. And a facility like this allows us to do that. We can do procedures that are done at bigger hospitals for a fraction of the cost, and that makes a huge difference.
Somebody's watching now. If they wanted to call and compare and check the prices, y'all be glad to talk to them.
Absolutely.
That's a good thing
We
about
encourage
it.
them to do that. And, like I said, weekly I have patients bring their bills in from the hospital and are flabbergasted by the total cost of the bill. So more people are definitely becoming more active and aware of the cost of healthcare for
All
sure.
right, now where you living now?
I
Have
live
you moved down here yet?
down south, yes.
Down south?
Down in Georgetown.
When's the last time you kicked a soccer ball around?
Oh, well, speak of the devil. So I'm on a soccer team currently of all physicians from all over the country, and every summer we play in a World Cup.
Wow.
With all physician teams from all over the world. And so this year it's 18 teams, and we play this coming Sunday for a week.
Oh.
In Los Angeles, we're hosting.
Nice. Well, best of luck to you.
He must really love it.
And you know what? If you're a patient here, you'll be able to get out there and kick the soccer ball out there with
That's
him.
right.
Dr. Blair, thank you so much. We've got
for
more in a
having me.
moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Now we're talking with Dr. Jim Silliman, and you helped bring this facility right here in the Grand Strand.
Well, I had worked with some of the docs here in training, so Brian Blair trained with us up in Greenville, and I've been involved in 6 or 7 construction projects that had to do with ambulatory surgery centers. So I helped bring some of the pieces together with the physicians here at Carolina Ortho.
Well, this takes a lot of work. I mean, putting something together. You've done 6 or 7 of them?
Done 6 or 7 of them. It's hard. I know it's hard to tell with all the makeup I have on, but I'm old, so I've had a lot of experience doing it, and you know, we've really enjoyed this project, and every time we learn how to do it a little better. So I think this one is by far the best one we've ever done.
And why the Grand Strand? Why bring us one to the Grand Strand?
Well, I think there was a real need here. I think you're going to hear that, you know, there's a real revolution going on in healthcare, and we really got to be concerned about what stuff costs. And when I trained, most of orthopedic surgery, general surgery, cardiology was all done in the hospital because that's where it needed to be done. But now, with new techniques in anesthesia and new ways to do surgery, most of the surgery in orthopedics, up to 90% of it, can be done in an ambulatory setting for a fraction of what it costs to do in the hospital.
All right, now how does this differ from other facilities all over?
Well, I mean, we've got the latest and greatest. I mean, there's a lot of change coming, and so there's been companies that have formed in the United States just to help build centers like this and have the best technology in an ambulatory setting that's affordable. So the buildings look great, but we really worked on how can we make this affordable, so we were conscious of that. But we have things in our operating room. We have the first new boom that's ever been installed in the country by Arthrex is installed in our facility, and that helps us make the cases very safe and very efficient for the physicians and the patients. And those types of things we were able to work on those in advance of building this facility.
It just amazes me how technology has come so far, and everything is just, you know, to the highest level now, what you can get done.
Oh yeah, and there's new developments all the time to make surgery less invasive, new techniques, and it's yeah, it is an amazing part of the industry to keep up with all that.
You can come in for surgery today and be back at work in a couple of days now.
Oh yeah, I've had a friend that had, he played basketball at UCLA, and he had both his knees replaced and went home that day. So used to that would be a 7 to 10 day hospital stay, but now it's done as an outpatient.
All right, you got any plans for any more centers like this? Are you working on that right now?
We are working on some more.
Really?
We want to do this if we can do it right in other places. So none here locally, but yes, we are thinking about doing some others.
All right. Well, this is a beautiful place. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you a little more about it right here. It's got, let's see, 24,000 square feet. They got 2 operating rooms, 2 procedure rooms, and 7 doctors right now. I mean, that's pretty good for a facility.
That is good, and I think a lot of the community physicians will want to use this facility also. So, yeah, we'll serve as many people as we can.
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you a lot. We appreciate it. And it'll save you money, too. That's the best part. That's one of the big things. If I was going somewhere to have surgery, the first thing I want to know is how much is it going to cost me? They don't mind talking to you, and they'll show you the difference. That's the good part. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. We got a lot more coming up. We're right down here in Merle's Inlet. Hope you're going to stay with us. And welcome back to Carolina Company Live. We're down in Merle's Inlet. We're right here at Carolina Coast Surgery Center, home of Carolina Orthopaedics. And we've got another doctor with us now. They've got 7 doctors on staff right now. We've got 1 more coming in August. And this is Dr. Andrew Putman. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right, we want to talk a little bit first about, how long you've been with Carolina Orthopaedics.
I've been with Carolina Orthopaedics about 2 years now. It's been great. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I focus on hand surgery. So did a fellowship in hand surgery, and a lot of our issues obviously revolve around the hand, arthritis, broken bones, do a lot of carpal tunnel work, work with trigger fingers and tendons in the hand.
Okay.
Okay, can you check this arthritis?
That's right, that's right.
I think it's a little bit in my hand there right now.
Get a consultation while you're here. Are there many hand doctors in the area?
Yeah.
Not a lot. I'm actually the only hand surgeon in Georgetown County. There's a couple others in the area, but they're fairly few and far between. It's a specialized field, but it's been really nice to fill that need in the community and provide health care here locally and not make everybody drive too far.
And what made you decide to go into the hand surgery part of it?
Just really enjoy learning about the anatomy of the hand and really try to take that knowledge and use it to help people and really just find it interesting and became a passion of mine, and so focused on that.
All right, now what are you going to be doing here? What type of surgery will you be performing here?
So, you know, as a group, we'll be performing a wide variety of surgeries, but for me, I'll be focusing on arthritis in the hand. There's a lot of procedures we have for that. Obviously, broken bones, the hand and the wrist, those come up a lot, unfortunately. And then simple things like trigger fingers, carpal tunnel syndrome. We can do a lot of things right here in the surgery center very easily. And then people can go home right after surgery, very quick, easy surgery.
All right, now explain what trigger finger is. Is that where your finger is caught like this and you work on it to move it up, right?
Exactly. So you get people, their finger will just get stuck. And there's a couple of reasons why that can happen, but most of the time it's just a tendon getting caught right in the finger, and we can help you.
A little simple operation you can take care of. All right, one more quick question.
Yeah, there's a couple locations. Tell us about the other locations here for Carolina
So obviously
Orthopaedics.
this is our main office, but we've got a new office in Georgetown. Try to provide services to the folks in Georgetown, Andrews, Hemingway. And then we have our office that we've been using in the past up at the South Strand Medical Center complex. And that provides a way for people from Horry County have a little
spread
bit
it out
easier.
a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you a lot, Andrew.
All right.
Thanks for
Appreciate
being here, buddy.
Yep.
You don't play soccer, do you?
I do not. Not to the same level as Dr.
All right,
Brown.
I've still got that in there. All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. So come down, check out the facility right here south of where 17 Bypass and Business meet, right here in Merle's Inlet.
You got it. I'm talking about Carolina Orthopaedics now. 7 doctors right now, another one coming on. 2 surgery, let's see, make sure I want to say this right. There's 2 operation rooms and 2 procedure rooms, and it's all right here. And the best part about it, they're telling us you got to compare prices. And if you do that, you'll come here.
Yeah, more affordable and outstanding doctors too, because that is very important. So come check it out and join us tomorrow, because we will be introducing you to more doctors and showing you more of this brand new facility.
That's right. You have a great day. Stay cool. We'll see you here tomorrow.